Greetings, everyone. Welcome to this live webinar, and welcome to those that are going to be watching the replay later. And as you all know, you all signed up to watch the top 5 strategies that healthy vegans and vegetarians use to thrive. So before we dive deep into the information, I just want to get through some housekeeping tips. So if you are watching this, please close out all your browser tabs because those are going to interfere with the quality and also interfere with the streaming that's going to be coming through. If you have your cell phone with you, please put your cell phone on silent because you don't want to be disturbed or distracted. And if you do not have a pencil, paper, or a pen or something to jot down notes, then definitely you may want to go ahead and get that and then come back and then be ready for the presentation. Now, if you do hear airplanes flying around, that is because I live near an airport, so please disregard any of those noises if you do hear them. Hopefully, we'll be lucky enough not to be interfered or not to be bothered or disturbed by those planes. And let me see, the last thing is if you have any questions, please wait until the end. If you're watching this via replay, please just respond to the email and I will definitely be able to get back in touch with you. And so now we are going to go deep into the presentation. So you know you're in the right place if you have wanted to live a vibrant and radiant life using plant-based sources. If the thought of eating just plants makes you uneasy, so you want to be here to learn the best way to transition and thrive on that lifestyle so you can overcome that. And you know you're in the right place if you see massive potential health benefits with a plant-based lifestyle and you yourself also want to experience that. So here's what you'll learn today. You're going to learn 5 strategies that you can use to thrive on any plant-based lifestyle, as well as how I personally implement those 5 strategies and how you can kickstart your journey starting today, if not starting tomorrow the latest. So you're in the wrong place if you think a plant-based lifestyle is not the best option for you. Honestly, this is a lifestyle choice, and if you feel like plant-based or living on a plant-based lifestyle is not for you, you don't agree with it, then I would honestly recommend that you stop watching this video and you go and invest your time in doing something that you do agree with doing. Because this video is only for holistic-minded individuals that do desire to get more information so that they can successfully transition and thrive on any plant-based lifestyle. So if you're not willing to design your life through proper planning and taking action, then I would have to say again, this video is not for you and this information is really not for you. Because in order to have a particular lifestyle where you are going to be on a plant-based journey or plant-based main source of your intake is going to be from plants, then you have to really learn how to plan and how to take action on your plan in order to achieve your goal. And if you have no intentions on, taking charge of your life in order to design the reality that you want in regards to your health and your ultimate wellness, then I would once again have to say that you would be better off serving your time somewhere else. And you're in the wrong place if you've already successfully transitioned and thrived on a plant-based lifestyle for 2 or more years. And the reason why I say that is because if you are thriving, then 9 times out of 10, you are already mastering the implication or implementation of these 5 tips and 5 strategies that I'm going to show you. So, you're more than welcome to just stick around and to confirm that, you are doing the right things. But if you are thriving and plant-based lifestyle is working for you and has been working for you for 2 or more years, then this may not be the most beneficial video for you to watch. So the last thing as well, you're in the wrong place if you're going to be upset or offended when, I give away an hour's worth of free information in regards to my consultation that I'm doing right now for you guys and this semi-coaching that I'm also offering to you all. If you're going to get upset that after I give that away and then I turn around and make an offer to you guys at the end, in which a portion of the sales will be going towards a college scholarship, if you're going to get offended, then I would recommend that you honestly stop watching this video right now, because I am going to make an offer after giving away an hour free consultation and coaching to you guys. And a part of the offer, a portion of it, will be going towards a scholarship donation. So, and I'll give you more information about that as time goes on. So we're going to have a hashtag challenge for this free live webinar, and it's going to be used on Instagram as well as Facebook, and the hashtag will be given out at the end of the video. So you all, whoever the lucky winner is going to get a free gift from my company, and then also a free 30-minute consultation. Okay. So who am I? You guys may be wondering, because you may not know me. You may have just clicked on the link because you just wanted to get the information. But since you all may not be aware of who I am, allow me to introduce myself to you. My name is T.C Atkinson, and I'm currently a PhD student. I study here in South Florida, located within the United States, because I do know I have clients that are worldwide, that are in Australia, Canada, the United Kingdom, as well as a large portion of the Caribbean. So yes, I am a PhD student studying here in the States, and specifically in South Florida, and I study in the field of biology. But overall, I am a lifestyle strategist. Essentially, I have processes to help individuals thrive on plant-based sources, and I also offer systems to individuals to convert their passions into profits. So what is my journey, and why does my journey really matter? I started off as being a first-generation US-born Jamaican, and because of that, my mother, she immigrated here from Jamaica for achieving the American dream. So when she got here, she realized that there were some changes that she had to make once I was born, and one of those changes was that I could not, be here in the States when she was just starting off to getting her life situated and resecuring her foundation. So while she was doing that, I did live in Jamaica for my first 7 years. And in living in Jamaica for my first 7 years, I was able to experience what organic was. At that time, and even still now, a lot of individuals living in countries like Jamaica, they experience organic, they experience the whole entire plant-based living, but we're not really able to appreciate it at that time, as opposed to being here, because we don't really know the value. And one good thing, like I said, is the fact that I was born here in the States, but I did live in Jamaica, where being in tune with nature and being one with nature and being able to just walk out your front door and pick fruit and eat it, or you have an exchange of produce, and it's all fresh, it's all vibrant, and it's, how we say, oh, your produce is supposed to be local, which is less than 100 miles away from where it was picked, so you can get the vibrancy and all the nutritional value from it. We were able to get that, and that was my foundation. That's where I started. And then so after that, I came back to the States, and then when I was 14 years old, that's when I really began my plant-based journey. And it began because I convinced my mother to purchase a book by Kevin Trudeau, and it's called Natural Cures: What They Don't Want You to Know. And that entire book is based on telling you literally natural cures that have been found throughout the entire globe over different decades, and they're founded in science, and they're founded in the scientific process. So it's not just based on hearsay or what people have been doing for generations or for eons, but it's based on data that has been backed up, has been verified, and it shows you just how different ailments or different imbalances can actually be remedied, and your body can restore itself to proper functioning with the aid of natural cures. And so when I read that book really familiarized myself with my foundation of living in Jamaica and being around my grandfather, who did juicing. He made smoothies every single day. We always had like fresh fruit, and so it just really refamiliarized myself and kickstarted my journey down the plant-based route. And so when I was from the age of 14 to 19, I did struggle with transitioning to a fully plant-based diet, because I wasn't buying my own produce. I was not buying my own produce, and my mindset was different than, my family's mindset, because we just eat differently, and the connection wasn't really there, because even though someone may be grown up or someone may have been raised in an environment where they have plants at their disposal, they are doing the farming, they have everything there, it may not connect the value and the worth of what that type of lifestyle has on the benefits of your health and your ultimate wellness as time goes on. And so due to that, I did struggle. Now, when I went off to college, I was 18 when I went off to college, and the first year of me going off to college, it was more of settling into being on your so-called own and walking into the beginnings of your adult life. And with that, I decided that when I was, or in my 18th year, I was going to be fully plant-based, and I was going to take the transition journey seriously. And I'm going to go further on into that later on to the presentation to let you all know what you can do. And so from my age 19 to 22 years of age, I transitioned very well. And then from 22 years of age until now, I'm 25 and I'll be 26 next month. Actually, I'll be 26 next month. So from that time, or during this time, I can successfully say that I have been thriving on plants, and I have been thriving on a plant-based lifestyle for those amount of years. And I'm excited, I'm thrilled, I'm happy, and it's just been an awesome journey. And so this is what science has been saying. In 2016, which is last year, Harvard Medical School reported that studies are confirming the health benefits of meat-free eating. Nowadays, plant-based eating is recognized as not only nutritionally sufficient, but also as a way to reduce the risk of many chronic diseases. The University of Carolina, their public health school, published this year saying that based on the available evidence, plant-based diets should be considered a viable option for the treatment and prevention of overweight and obesity. Montclair Medical Center, the Department of Cardiology, also said this year that in summary, plant-based diets may be effective in preventing and treating heart failure. And lastly, the New York University School of Medicine also had a scientific publication that stated evidence from observational and interventional studies demonstrate the benefits of plant-based diets in treating type 2 diabetes and reducing key diabetes-related macrovascular and microvascular complications. And that all relates to your heart and the system, your cardiovascular system. And so how has a plant-based diet really affected me? Not just knowing what science says, or not just reading about the natural cures in Kevin Trudeau's book, but my personal changes to my body that I've experienced is that my endurance has improved. I'm able to go longer hours, even when I'm doing like physical activity, even after I haven't been working out for a long time. I definitely can see that there has been an improvement there. When it comes to alertness, I'm able to stay up for longer extensive period of time without needing the aid of what do you call those energizer drinks like a Red Bull or a 5-hour shot or even caffeine. I don't need those things because I'm thriving off of plants, and plants are water rich, they're nutrient dense, and they help me to stay alert with all my faculties, my mind. I don't have that mental fatigue. So for instance, out of 24 hours, I can literally go 16 to 18 hours, if not 24 hours, without feeling any true sense of fatigue or anything like that. Now, I do not recommend that you go 24 hours without, taking a rest to recharge your body. But in the event that you do end up doing that, then definitely I would say that a plant-based lifestyle can help you to reach that that goal without feeling totally drained or anything of that nature. And also, I've also experienced mucus buildup on a standard American diet. When I transitioned to a plant-based diet, the mucus buildup that was normally in my eyes, like normally when people sleep and they wake up, they have sleep, or they have some mucus buildup on their eyes, or like in their corner of their eye ducts. So when I transitioned, that all was virtually eliminated. Now, if I do eat something that isn't really like all the way raw or all the way fresh, then my body will tell me, and then I'll get like a little bit of mucus in the corner of my tear ducts. But when I'm definitely on a raw, fresh diet, I don't have that at all. And even when I'm on, let's say, a cooked plant-based lifestyle, the mucus buildup is totally not anywhere close to what it would be on a standard American diet. Mucus in your mouth, so like in your throat area, mucus in your nose, that too, if you do have those experiences, then I would definitely say a plant-based lifestyle is something that you should try to transition onto, because it will definitely help you and assist you in reducing that. And also, constipation has been eliminated, because a lot of people, they may think that going to the restroom every 2 to 5 days is normal. Let me tell you, it is not normal. It's just simply not normal. And the reason why it's not normal is because on average, you're supposed to eat 3 times per day. If you're eating 3 times per day, and the cycle of your digestive tract is supposed to be every 12 hours, that means that you're supposed to be using the restroom optimally every 12 hours after you finish consuming a meal. And if you aren't doing that, then there is an issue with your digestive tract because of what you have been eating. So with that being said, having a plant-based diet not only helps you to increase your bowel movements so that they are not going to be stiff, you're not going to be struggling. There's no reason why when you use the restroom, you should be evacuating yourself for more than 5 minutes. Your bowel movements should be as quick as when you are urinating. And if that is not the case, then I would recommend that you definitely strongly consider implementing a plant-based diet into your life. My mood has also increased because I'm not groggy, I'm not any of those things. And you know, when you're groggy, you're not going to be at your best, most vibrant state. And also, when you're eating plants, plants are vibrating, plants are alive. And when you eat living things, you further enhance your vibrancy and your aliveness as well. And in regards to my menstrual cycles, having a plant-based lifestyle definitely reduces your menstrual flow, because for women, your menstrual flow is a part of your elimination system. In our bodies, we have 5 main elimination systems. You have your skin, you have your lungs, you have your liver, you have your bowels, and you have your kidneys. For women, we have a 6th elimination organ, which is our womb. And when you're consuming a standard American diet, your womb is going to be collecting a lot of those toxins, and a lot of the buildup is based on what you're eating, what you're consuming. Especially when you're eating a lot of dairy, then for sure you are going to be having higher or heavier menstrual flows, and your blood is going to be darker as well. So with that being stated, if you are experiencing PMS symptoms, or you're experiencing a lot of intense cramping or heavy flows, then having a plant-based diet will definitely help you out with that. And so the last major benefit of how a plant-based lifestyle has affected me is in regards to assisting my mother to maintain a healthy immune system. Currently, my mother is going through an integrative program to overcome her breast cancer diagnosis that she received in May, or in March, I should say. She received that breast cancer diagnosis, and through going through that system, or trying to correct that imbalance, her labs have been perfect. And the only way that her labs have been perfect is because she has been following my plant-based lifestyle protocol that I set out for her. And I'm very grateful and I'm very thankful. And she's also very grateful and very thankful because, as you know, chemotherapy helps to further reduce your immune system. So if you're not adding in plants and nutritional sources into your system to help boost up your immune system, then you may not fare so well. But thankfully, those are the benefits, the major benefits that I have personally received, as well as my mother has received from being on a plant-based lifestyle. So from practicing what I preach to plant-based profits. In 2014, I founded Embrace Pangea, and Embrace Pangea is a holistic company that offers herbal detoxes, natural hygiene products, as well as wellness information. And the reason why I have to point this out is because having a plant-based lifestyle has affected me so much that I really have turned it into converting my passions into profits and teaching other people how to be on a plant-based lifestyle, informing them, with the wellness information. Like, I'm going to be having a retreat coming up in about 2 months, and also offering natural hygiene products, because a plant-based lifestyle is, like I said, a lifestyle. It's not a diet. It's not just what you eat. It's what you do. It's the products that you put on your body. It's how you detoxify yourself from the toxins that we encounter every single day when we step out from our rooms and step out from our houses. The other thing is, this year, I recently published my first book. It's called Drink the Rainbow. It is the ultimate juicing guide to cleanse, detox, and rejuvenate your body. It is a step-by-step guide. So no matter where you are located in the world, if you're sharing a space, if you have a huge family, if you are operating off of a small budget, then you too can learn how to juice, when to juice, where to juice, why to juice. And as a bonus, I also offer 88 juicing recipes in the back of the book to take you through a 28-day juice cleanse, or up to a 28-day juice cleanse, as well as having specific juices for specific body organs. So what led you to this training? What led me to making this training? I shared my journey a month ago with everyone, and a lot of people had questions. They wanted to know, how did I do it? And not only how did I do it, but how could they do it as well? So because of that, I decided to create this training, and it wasn't going to be a huge, massive training. It was just going to be a training containing the top 5 strategies of things that you can implement starting tonight, if not tomorrow at the latest. So don't get scared by the word vegan. A lot of people, when they hear the word vegan, they automatically get this fright, and they're just saying like, oh no, I don't want to give up meat. And that's not where I come from. Like, when I'm coaching my clients, I try to get them to see good, better, best, and to understand that everything is a step, it's a journey, and you have to do one thing before the next. And it's not about giving up meat. It's about getting and achieving optimal health. So when you are seeing plant-based, that is about having the basis of your diet be 50 to 100% of what you're intaking. And you don't really want to have animal sources. So when I say plant-based lifestyle, it is just like what it says, a lifestyle in which the foundation of your food intake is coming from plants, which is ranging about 50 to 100% of what you're consuming. And so animal sources, just to clarify anything, is the flesh, or common term is the meat of the animal. And this also includes fish and seafood, because you're still eating the flesh or the muscle of the animal. And a lot of people, they think that, oh, if you're vegetarian, then, oh, you can still eat fish. That is just on a spectrum, because you have standard American diet eating, where you are consuming flesh, and then you have pescatarian, which is they only eat seafood. That's the only type of flesh that they consume. Then you have vegetarian, Then you have vegan, and they don't eat any type of animal products at all. Actually, vegan is a lifestyle. So you don't have silk, because silk comes from silkworms, and that's an animal byproduct. You don't wear wool, because wool comes from animals, and that's an animal byproduct. And then after vegan, then you have fruitarian, and ultimately raw foodies. So that's the spectrum of transitioning from standard American over to plant-based. And so, like I said, animal sources, just to clarify, are flesh, which is meat, milk, cheese, cream, like creamer for your milk, or cream cheese that you put on bagels, yogurt, eggs, honey, as well as gelatin. A lot of people don't realize that when you're eating gummy worms or gummy bears, those products are actually made from pork fat, pig fat. That is what gelatin is. So, here no one ever really wants to waste anything, because that's bad for business and bad for the company's bottom line. So what they've done is they've taken the fat from off of the shavings off of pigs, and then they boil it down, and then they condense it, and then you get the gelatinous gooey substance that everyone loves, that makes teddy bears, gummy worms, or even jello. So be mindful. And just to clarify as well, plant-based sources are fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, sprouts, and herbs. Now you do also have roots, but like beetroot, turmeric, or ginger, those are all roots. But the core is going to be fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and sprouts, as well as herbs. So please keep in mind that mindset is key. You have to have your mind right. And then, like I said before, when I'm dealing with my clients, it's all about good, better, and best. Do what you can, when you can, where you can, under the circumstances that you have. And you have to take action. Like I said, this video is not, or this information is not for you if you're not going to take action. You have to take action to achieve your goal of achieving a plant-based lifestyle. And every day is a new day. So, like I said before, take charge of your health, because your health is your greatest wealth. If you are not healthy, then you cannot continue doing the things that you love doing when you want to do them, where you want to do them. Because, you may have to use your money to spend on medical expenses, or you have to spend your time being in a doctor's office or going to receive treatment. So like I said, take charge of your health, because it is truly, truly, truly your greatest wealth. And the ultimate guide, that there's 11 steps. There are 11 steps in the ultimate guide to successfully transition and thrive on a plant-based lifestyle. And those steps are psychological. You have to get your mind right. The transitioning, how to transition, what to do when transitioning. The science behind food. How does food really affect your body? What food does what, or what produce does what? When is the best time to consume those? And how do you overcome cravings and addiction? Because there are different hurdles that you're going to have to encounter. And cravings and addiction happen to the best of us, including myself. That was a part of my transitioning journey. The other aspects you need to consider and keep in mind is the grocery store, and understanding and knowing how to read food labels. When you go to the grocery store, how do you tackle the layout of the grocery store? Because the grocery store is strategic in the way that it's laid out so that they can maximize their profits. But in maximizing their profits, it may not be as beneficial to you. And like I said, with food labels, understanding the hidden animal ingredients, just like gelatin. Some people may have read gelatin and may not understood that, oh, that's an animal product. And being on a plant-based lifestyle, that may not be the best item for me. Detoxing 101, how to detox, when to detox, what to do with detoxing, and how does detox really work? And in overcoming detox symptoms, like if you have gas from food, what do you do? Recipe guides. In order to really thrive, you have to have good quality recipes that you can go to. They're tried and they're tested, and everyone is going to be on the same page. Social interactions. How do you eat out on a vegetarian or a plant-based lifestyle? How do you eat out when you're going, let's say you're traveling around the world, or you're going to conferences, or you're going to a family function? How do you eat in those social circumstances? Number 9 is finding support. How do you find online support from other like-minded individuals? How do you find people who resonate with you on various social media platforms? Number 10 is empowering others. Once you get the information and you really understand it, how do you empower others without bringing them down? I know a lot of people may have experienced that plant-based person that when you're eating with them, they're telling you, oh, this is bad, don't eat that. But that doesn't really empower you. So when you are going to be educating others, how do you inform them and empower them at the same time without bringing them down? And then number 11, the last step is, let's say for instance, you're on this journey and you fall off track. It happens to the best of us. It happens to me. How do you get back on track the right way without feeling guilty or without, just having that negative on your chest? How do you do that? And so right now, I just want you all to let me know, if you're watching this live, I want you all to take a second, do this poll, and let me know, overall, did this presentation add value to you thus far? Just click the button yes or click the button no. I'm just going to give you about a good 10 seconds to go ahead and do that. Okay. And so the poll results say that 92% of you guys have found this presentation to be valuable. And that's excellent, because we haven't even gotten into what you came here for. Like, thus far, 92% of you all found this information valuable, and we have yet to get into the top 5 tips, right? So now what will we focus on? We're going to focus on what you came here for, which is the top 5 strategies. So the keys to plant-based success are mindset, the transition plan, spicing it up, the art of recovery, as well as investing and reinvesting. So strategy number 1 is mindset. And we're going to be talking about what are you doing, is not the norm. Understanding that the lifestyle that you're embarking on is not the norm. It's not the standard. Okay? When you go out into society, there are no fast food restaurants where you can just pull on up and you have an entire menu that is plant-based and ready for you to get your food, get your lunch, dinner, snack from. When you go to a fast food restaurant, you normally have to get a side salad, or you normally have to try to make your own menu. But what you're doing is not the norm. Society is not set up to cater to what you're doing. So you have to get that in your mind first, because otherwise you're going to be frustrated because you're thinking that, oh, there aren't many options. And the reality is that you're right. There may not be perceived options because your mindset isn't in the right place. The next thing is, people will not easily understand, and that is okay. Everyone is not going to understand. Your family and friends have known you for decades. Your family and friends have known you for decades. Think about that. They have known you for decades, and one thing is that change is difficult. Not only for you, change is difficult, but for the people that are viewing you, change is difficult. For them to see you eat one way for decades and then suddenly turn around and change and eat a totally separate way, it's going to take them time to get into the understanding that, hey, you're on a different life path and you value your health, so you have to make different changes. Next thing is, commercialized knowledge is incorrect, and you can thrive on any plant-based source. Here's the thing. When you're watching that Got Milk commercial, they're making the point that, oh, milk is an excellent source of calcium and vitamin D, and milk builds bones. When you do the research, you find out that that commercialized knowledge is wrong. Milk actually destroys your bone, because here's what's going on. Milk is acidic, and when your body intakes anything acidic, the first thing the body does is to try to protect you. and it protects you by trying to neutralize the acidity of the milk. And the way that the body neutralizes the acidity of dairy is it goes into your body and it brings calcium to that site to neutralize the dairy that you just intaked. And when it does that, it goes to the most nutrient-rich source of calcium in your body are your bones. Your bones are the most nutrient-rich source of calcium. And so with that being said, if you're constantly intaking a high volume of dairy, your body's constantly going to try to protect itself and use a high level of calcium to neutralize what you're eating. And if your bones don't have the calcium, your bones are going to be brittle. And that is why in studies, they found that the highest incidence rate of osteoporosis is in countries or is in locations where they also have a high level of dairy intake. And it's really interesting that the ads that these major companies make don't really align with what's true. But the thing is, we have to understand mindset once again. The companies are out for their best interest, which is their bottom line. Granted, they should do it truthfully, but based on however marketing works, they don't. So you have to get in the mindset that the information that you're receiving through these ads and these commercials is not going to be accurate. You need to do your own research. The other thing is that there will be hurdles to overcome, and that's okay, because anything worth having is worth working for. Yes, you are going to have hurdles like, oh, I have cravings, I have addictions. You have been eating this way for decades. It's going to take time for those cravings and addictions to leave your body and leave your system, and for you to rewire your internal biochemistry, and that's not going to be in 30 days. This is a lifestyle. You're not, at the end of 30 days, your life is going to continue. So therefore, you have to get the mindset ready. And remember, like I've stated several times, your health is your wealth, and you must invest wisely into that for the reasons I've already mentioned. Strategy number 2 is going to be the transitional plan. It is a marathon, it's not a sprint. Like I just said, at the end of 30 days, your life will continue for decades after that. And because your life is going to continue for decades after that, you have to have a transitional plan that is built on you doing this for decades. If you only try to change your life in 30 days and then stick to it that way, willpower, believe it or not, it comes to an end. And you need to have a plan. You need to have a strategy of how you are going to navigate through life on a plant-based lifestyle, because like we've already mentioned, life just isn't set up that way. But just because it's not set up that way does not mean that you cannot succeed, because I know you can, because you're here trying to get the tools. Also, a plan maps out how you will achieve your goals. Remember that. You have goals. Your goal is to thrive on a plant-based lifestyle. Because your goal is to thrive on a plant-based lifestyle, you have to have a map. You have to have a plan. Okay, my goal is to do this, so therefore I need to do A, or therefore I need to do B in order to achieve my goal. And then also, you can add plants to your meals and or do meatless days. That's a part of transition. Transitioning is not cold turkey. Cold turkey is not a transitional plan, okay? So you need to add plants to your meals. Don't worry about, cutting out meat or cutting out this or cutting out that, because you want to operate from the positive point of view instead of the negative point of view. If you're operating from the negative point of view, everything that you do will seem hard, will seem difficult, and will be more tedious for you to achieve your goal. However, when you add plants in, let's say you're doing a smoothie or you're adding a salad, and you say to yourself, the plan is I'm adding a salad for lunch, and every time I add a salad for lunch, I'm going to eat my salad before I eat my main course. So that way I know I am going to be getting the plant-based source that I need, or plant-based option into my life. Or you can do meatless days. You can say on Monday, I'm going to do meatless Monday. That means all my meals on Monday will be vegetarian. And you can say, okay, let's do meatless Mondays and meatless Thursdays. So that way you can transition over a period of time. Cold turkey is not a transitional plan. Do not set yourself up for failure. Okay, number 3 is to spice it up. Your body needs variety, both in flavor and nutrients. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of people have mentioned to me that, variety or the lack thereof is one of the reasons why they have been unable to successfully transition and thrive, because they're like, oh, it's boring, or I don't have options. But if you are not adding spices to your lifestyle, like peppers, paprika, red pepper flakes, chilies, jalapenos, those different spices can really transform your meals and give it that depth and dimension that you're really looking for. For instance, when I'm having a salad, now I add ginger into my salad. Or if I'm having a sub, I add jalapenos into my sub, because they tap into different palates that I have on my tongue. Your tongue recognizes different tastes, and one of those tastes is to have like a spicy receptor. And like I said, ginger, I've also added that into my meals on various occasions as well. You can use the ginger that people use in what's it called? Not seaweed, it's called nori rolls. Yes, when they're wrapping up the nori rolls, you can add the ginger that they use. It's like fermented ginger. Or you can just get some ginger, grater it, or you can like chop it up and put it in whatever you're putting it in. Strategy number 4 is the art of recovery. Like I said, sometimes we fall off, but it's okay, because we have to learn how to rebound. When a child, a baby, an infant, they are learning how to walk, they crawl and then they stand up and they're trying to balance, then they fall, right? Or they take a step and then they fall. They don't ever stop trying, because the goal is to learn how to walk on your 2 feet. And if they stop, then they'll forever be crawling. And because your goal is to transition and thrive on a plant-based lifestyle, you have to keep on going. Don't stop. You may fall off, but hey, everyone falls off. I've fallen off before, but guess what? I wasn't able to make it 12 years and counting on a plant-based lifestyle if I were to have stopped. Imagine when I tried when I was 14 and I would have stopped. I wouldn't be here almost 26 years old on the journey and trying to help others, get on the journey as well. And if you do eat something that's not in alignment with your lifestyle, do not beat yourself up, because if you beat yourself up, it's going to be harder for you to rebound and get back on the right track. And simply think about what led you to that point. Think about what you could avoid next time. So for instance, with myself, I know I would say pizza is one of those cravings that I would say a majority of people have, right? And so for myself, I've had points where I've fallen off and I've eaten cheese pizza slices galore. I've had pizza for 2 weeks in a row, and it was really, really wild. I had a lot of mucus buildup, but the point is I did fall off of my plant-based lifestyle or my plant-based journey during that time. And so what I had to do was I had to take a step back, had to ask myself, well, why is it that I was eating pizza in that volume or that quantity? And I realized that I didn't have a lot of plant-based sources like fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and herbs inside of the house to make meals. And because of that, I would be working, then I would get hungry, and then my entire system is just telling me that, oh, I need to eat something, and then automatically you're going to go back to what you've been ingrained to know your entire life. And for me to get that satisfying feeling that my body desired, because I was not, eating the plants as I was supposed to, my body said, hey, get some pizza. It's quick, it's fast, they can deliver it, and it will be to your house. And that's what I did. And so in order to avoid that, now I ensure that I'm always stocked with fruits and vegetables. I can go to my kitchen. I don't have to worry about, taking 30 minutes to prepare a meal. If I'm really hungry, I just grab some fruit. Fruit comes pre-packaged. Okay, fruit is the ultimate fast food. Fruit is nature's fast food. So make sure you always have fruit. Even if you are going to be cooking your plant-based meals, ensure that you are consistently stocked with fruit, just in case you're coming in and you're really hungry. Just get the fruit and it's good to go. Now, how do I avoid falling off and like eating pizza like that next time? I've had to go into my browser and I've had to redirect one of the pizza company's websites to a YouTube channel that solely focuses on plant-based living and plant-based eating. And when I did that, there were a few moments where I was like, oh my gosh, okay, let me just go ahead and place my order for this pizza. When I went, it kept on redirecting me to this page. And because I hadn't, had that situation in a while, when I kept on getting redirected, I kept on wondering what is going on with my browser. But I forgot that I put that system in place to keep me on track. So that is one thing that I would like to say. In the art of recovery, you must analyze what led you to stepping off of your plant-based journey and how can you avoid that for the next time. And so, like I said, I was too hungry and then I gave in to my impulse. And social pressures are there. Social pressures are going to be there from the people in your circle, but you just need to learn how to overcome those. And the last strategy is going to be invest and reinvest. You must continuously seek greater knowledge about yourself. You must always try to learn yourself, to always try to master yourself, always try to improve yourself to be the greatest version of yourself. You have to essentially, like I said, design your life. And you can only figure out what it is that you really want by experimenting, by gaining greater knowledge. And let's say, for instance, in this case, you want to be on a plant-based lifestyle. You have to invest in getting the tools. You have to invest in whether the tools are equipment, like a blender, a juicer, a proper knife and cutting system, or you have to invest in getting information to learn how to thrive and how to transition on this lifestyle. You cannot solely rely on what is advertised or presented in media. As we mentioned before, those companies, their main goal is to increase their profits. And sometimes they do it without any social ethics, morals, or social consciousness. But their goal is different from your goal. So you have to be careful where your source of information is coming from. You must also learn how to properly feed and hydrate yourself to maintain and thrive on your lifestyle. Because if you are malnourished, you're not doing your body any good. If you're not hydrated, you're not doing your body any good, because a bulk, like 80 to 85 to 90% of each of our cells is comprised of a liquid component, water. So you need to ensure that you're maintaining your hydration levels. So let's just recap. The top 5 strategies are your mindset, your transition plan, spicing it up, the art of recovery, as well as investing and reinvesting in your health. So right now, watching it live, let me know, which one out of the top 5 strategies are you going to be implementing starting today, if not tomorrow at the latest. Give you all 10 seconds to go ahead and take the survey, do the poll, and then I'll reveal the results. Okay. All right. Okay. So 83% of you guys chose number 3. Y'all are going to be spicing it up, adding different herbs, peppers, and even roots into your foods tomorrow, starting today, if not tomorrow at the latest, so that you can have different dimensions and flavors in your mouth. Okay, congratulations. I really hope that you all take action on that. And so I'm not really sure why you showed up today. I did mention, you're in the right place if these things apply to you, but I'm not really sure what your unique specific reason is. Maybe you were frustrated by all the lack of choices, and you just wanted to have a step-by-step guide. Or maybe, you could be tired of all the cravings that you've had, a self-doubt, or all the time requirements of being on a plant-based lifestyle, maintaining that, and you just wanted to know how to overcome it. or maybe you've heard all the buzz and excitement about being on a plant-based lifestyle and you wanted to see if it could really work for yourself. So let me just tell you, plant-based diets, plant-based lifestyles are absolutely amazing. You know, I believe that if you've been on this call and on this webinar, this live webinar or the replay, that you have what it takes to excel and transition and thrive on any plant-based lifestyle that you desire. And not only that, but being on a plant-based lifestyle can truly enhance your health. And this is something that you can get started with right now. Like I said, the poll results revealed that 83% of you guys plan on implementing the Spice It Up strategy today, if not tomorrow, the latest. So like I said, it's definitely something that you can start doing right now. So let me know, would you like more information on how to easily transition and thrive on any plant-based lifestyle? So you can just hit yes or hit no on the call or on the live. Just do the poll, hit yes or hit no. I'm giving you guys 10 seconds. Would you all like more information on how to easily transition and thrive on any plant-based lifestyle? All right, so let me look. So, wow, okay, 97% of you guys said that yes, absolutely, you would like more information on how to easily transition and thrive on any plant-based lifestyle. And that's fantastic. You know, so please remember, nothing I have shared here is theory or fluff. You know, I've done this, I've been doing this for 12 ongoing years. And it has proven strategies that thousands of vegans and vegetarians like myself have actually used. You know my story, you know where I started out, you know what led me to this path, and you know what I have done to not only transition, but to also thrive on plant-based sources. And not to mention, I've shown you the scientific data that supports that a plant-based lifestyle is just optimal for your overall health and prevention against chronic diseases. So the obvious question is, how do I implement these steps to transition and thrive? So it's really your choice. You know, you can do it the hard way through trial and error by taking some of what I've given you here today, you know, or you can do it the easy way with the support of like-minded individuals following my Health Reboot Revolution system. And so what exactly is a Health Reboot Revolution system? It's my complete step-by-step guide to help health-conscious individuals to transition easily and thrive on any plant-based lifestyle. So, okay, cool, that sounds great, but what exactly is it? It's a 4-week course. It includes 11 modules. It's 5 live group coaching calls, and it has 4 bonuses. Plus, you have lifetime access to the Facebook members online support group. Plus, there are many, many more surprises and details that, you know, I don't really have time to go into right now, but you will have 24/7 instant access to the course. You also get a 7-day transitional meal plan, and you will know the best protein sources, because a lot of people, that's one of the hurdles that they said that they've had to overcome. How do they get their protein source? How do they get this? How do they get that? And I go over the best protein sources that come from plants. And you will know how to have a balanced meal every single day. You know how to reduce your grocery expense, how to remove toxins from animal products and processed foods, how to maintain your lifestyle during holidays or events. And the bonuses, the first bonus is you're going to get a 21st century guide to plant-based eating out, which is teaching you how to find vegetarian options at fast food restaurants as well as sit-down restaurants, how to find quality options while eating out, how to find vegan and vegetarian friendly restaurants, or ready prepared foods, which includes the apps that you can use, and also I give you a grocery store guide. Bonus number 2 is the Meal Prep Mania. It's a 7-day guide that teaches you, with the instructional videos, how to do a 7 breakfast ideas with the guided video, 7 lunch ideas, 7 dinner ideas, plus 7 snack ideas. So you get an entire week's worth of meal prepping, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bonus number 3 is a 10-step guide. It's going to be a free ebook bonus, and it's going to tell you, how to recommend people to become vegetarian, why they should do it, what are the benefits of being vegetarian. If I wanted to become a vegetarian, what are the steps to become that? It is going to be a free ebook guide that you can, use as a summary, and then you can also share it with your family and friends so that they can understand more of why you're doing what you're doing, and so that they can get a taste and an introduction as to how they can transition and thrive to a plant-based diet as well. And also, bonus number 3 includes some vegetables and nuts that you can use as a meat replacement, because yes, we still do have that taste in our system or on our tongues that wants us to, not wants us, but we have been accustomed to. So in order to get that flavor, in that bonus is going to show you how to use nuts, how to use vegetables, combine them so that you too can get similar taste as well. And bonus number 4 is a situational bonus. It teaches you thriving in testing times. It's going to teach you how to maintain a plant-based diet while pregnant, how to eat more plants while, if you have celiac, or also how to eat greens while taking Coumadin. So how much will all of this cost you? The reality is that you really could just hire a personal chef or a consultant, but that would really be thousands of dollars. And if that is in your budget, wonderful. Go ahead, grab the bull by the horns, get the personal chef, get the consultant, and get your life on track with a plant-based lifestyle. Now, a lot of us, including myself, is not and will not be in that position today, so you could also get my one-on-one coaching, which starts at $297 an hour, but I really don't have the freedom right now to take on any new clients because I'm already packed with, like I said, I'm in a PhD program and I run a business, and I do already have some clients that I have, so my time isn't really that available to adding new clients. But the real question that you should be asking yourself is, how much are you willing to invest in your health? I mean, the truth is, how much is achieving vibrant and radiant health worth to you? So the value of the course, the 4-week course with the 11 modules, the 5 live group coaching calls, and the 4 bonuses is really essentially $1,499 or $1,500, to round it up. That's the value of the course. Now, the official launch price of the course in 2 months is going to be $197. But as an official founding member of the Health Reboot Revolution course, the price is just $57. $57. That's like $12 a week, if that, around that, it's like $12 a week. And, if you can spend $12 a week to invest in your health, I really don't think that's a bad investment, honestly, because your health is your wealth and you have your body. Your body is where you live, where it's housed, and everything. And so where does your investment go? Like I mentioned before, the investment is going to be 10% of all the sales will be used to fund an undergraduate student's education, and it is going to be going towards the Your Health is Your Wealth book scholarship. So this year is going to be my first year. I'm launching a book scholarship entitled Your Health is Your Wealth, and up to $250 will go to 2 students. So each student will get up to $250 towards their books for that semester. Because the reality is that, yes, going to school, getting a higher education is expensive. Even if they do have scholarships like myself, I had a full scholarship, but I didn't have money to go and purchase my books because my scholarship only went towards housing, tuition and fees, as well as food. That doesn't include anything with books. So that's why I decided to do this scholarship. So the guarantee is that after registering, you will have the ability to view the course for 7 full days. And at the end of 7 days, or on the 7th day, if you feel that the course isn't really for you, or you need more assistance than what the course is offering, then you will definitely get a full refund, no questions asked about the course. But you only have 7 days to view it, and that should be a good amount of time for you to go through the course. And like I said, if you're not satisfied, you just send in a request and you get your full refund. So let's just do a little quick recap. The Health Reboot Revolution is a 4-week course. It's all online. You can do it at your own pace in the comfort of your own home. And it includes 11 modules, and the 11 modules go through the 11 ultimate guide steps that I mentioned at the top of this webinar. And it also includes 5 live group coaching calls where we're going to be having one-on-one conversations just within our intimate group. And then it also includes the 4 bonuses that I went over. And like I said, you get lifetime access to the Facebook members only support group, which is online. And you also get many, many more things. I have tons of surprises for you all. And there's a special webinar bonus for you guys that are watching the webinar live. You get a free Drink the Rainbow book if you purchase before this webinar is over. If you sign up as a founding member for the Health Revolution Reboot course, then you definitely will get a free copy of the Drink the Rainbow book, and I will hand sign it myself. And like I said, it is a juicing book to teach you how to cleanse, detox, and rejuvenate your body. And plus, remember, the book also has its own bonus. So it's like you're getting bonuses on top of bonuses on top of bonuses. It has the 88 juicing recipes located at the back of the book. So here's a hashtag challenge. Many of y'all may have remembered that at the top of this webinar, I also said that I will be doing a hashtag challenge. So if you're on Instagram or Facebook, if you want to follow me at Embrace Pangea. That is EMBRACE. Pangea is PAN as in Nancy, GAEA. And I will be on Instagram and I'll be on Facebook under that. For the Facebook group, you can follow the Facebook page, which is Health Reboot Revolution. That is going to be our Facebook page. But if you just want to post anything that you've learned from this webinar, you can use the hashtag Health Reboot. Okay, so tag in the hashtag Health Reboot when you're posting or doing your social medias, and you will get a free gift plus a 30-minute consult. Now remember, this hashtag challenge is going to end in, let me see, what day is today? The hashtag challenge is only valid up until Friday, July 7th. Okay, so up until Friday, July 7th is when I will select the winner. Friday, July 7th is when I will select the winner, and you will get a free gift plus a 30-minute consultation. And there will be 2 winners. I'll be selecting one from Instagram, and I'll be selecting one from Facebook. So if Instagram is your thing and you love Instagram, wonderful. Go ahead and hashtag Health Reboot. If Facebook is more of the social media that you choose to use, definitely use hashtag Health Reboot when you're posting or talking about anything related to plant-based. And I will choose the winners on July 7th. So if you would like to know more information, definitely this is the question and answer section, and you can send an email to info@embracepangea.com. So I'm going to switch back over to the live audience attendees to this webinar, and I'll be doing the question and answer there. If you are watching the replay, this is where your replay will definitely end. And if you do have any questions or you would like to know more things about the course or any of the services that I offer, send me an email, info@embracepangea.com. So thank you all so very much for taking the time out of your day. Remember, your time is your greatest investment. We cannot print more time, we cannot make more time, we cannot refund time. So thank you so much for taking the time out to listen to what I had to say, and also to educate yourself and get the tips and the tools that you need, the top 5 strategies that healthy vegans and vegetarians use to thrive on any plant-based lifestyle. Thank you all so very much and have a wonderful day. Bye.